Well, I know you're glad to be back on the football.
Yeah, it's a great time of year. We've got a lot of work to do. You know, we've got a lot of development to do. If you notice on special teams, we have just shoved a lot of young guys up in there, the Shaden Acunas of the world, Donnell Welch, Scotty Crichton, new guys, Rusty Fernando, just put them all in there and give some of the older guys that have been playing on special teams a little break from all that. So we just have a lot of development to do in almost every area. We got a lot of chemistry to build in the offensive line, but I was proud of our quarterback center exchange today for the first time with Grant moving in there. I thought that was encouraging. You know, I thought there was a lot of good plays in the secondary. You know, it's great to have Jordan Poyer back out there teaming up with Brandon Harden, but we really need those other kids behind them to step up. You know, the Keenan Parkers of the world and Sean Martin and Rashad Reynolds. We need them to really elevate their game during this spring practice. So,
is Ryan still waiting for clearance?
You know what? He had a good report, Paul, over the spring break, and he had a CAT scan today. If everything's good with that, then he can start slowly throwing. And if he is given the clearance to start doing that, my goal would be to try to get him 3 weeks out of our 5 spring practice weeks. You know, so he gets slowly into it this week and next week, and then maybe by that 3rd week we could get him in there taking some turns. That would probably be ideal and awesome, you know, and I'll just hope for that. And if we get 2 weeks out of him, it'll be good too. I just hope we get a good report.
Very interesting look at D-line with Fernando and Hara at the ends and Glover inside.
Yeah, you know, we're working all those guys. I think one of the most important jobs for our coaching staff, because we have quite a few new faces right here today with some gray shirts and junior college transfers, and then we've got our coming back guys, and so we have got to really look at our personnel hard this spring and see the correct placement. Defensive line's not the only place for that. It's going to be receiver too. You know, where's going to be, you know, what's the best case scenario for each guy? What spot?
So I saw Will Story was with the safeties today?
Yes.
So receivers, do you see him playing a little of both?
Well, you know, I talked to Will. We talked about this a lot during the off-season program, and then I talked to him as late as last night and thought that our need for athletes like him on defense in general is big, and the lines are shorter actually for him. So, you know, I think that's where we want to give him the first look. And I told him it's not a life sentence, and I frankly, he was very happy with it. So,
is there an initiation for new assistant coaches? Do they have to sing their fight song tonight?
That's a good idea. Well, it's got to be a better setting than tonight. We'll get them at another appropriate moment.
Coach Brennan said, "You'll know I'm out there," and he's definitely a hands-on, very vocal, energy.
Yeah, he's going to bring. I think both of these guys bring a lot of energy. You know, and you know, it was. It's tough on them because they just got hired, you know, so they're kind of maybe one step ahead of the players, maybe not, but you know, that doesn't bother me. That'll all take care of itself in time.
And running back, something we're going to just be looking at all spring.
Yeah, Gary, that's going to be like today. You know, I think they all look like they were in great shape. I think our team is in great shape. All the backs are ready to compete, I think. So. It's good to see Javon Stevenson back out there, and Ryan McCants is running hard. Jordan Jenkins is so versatile. He's a good football player for this team, and you know, Maribel and Ward, they all had their moments where they looked pretty good to me.
Evanson Bernard looks good.
Yes, yes.
Is he going to play for Winnipeg again?
No, he signed a nice deal with Montreal.
Okay.
Yeah, which is really, Montreal's been the class of the league 2 years in a row, so I'm happy for him.
Is there any update or any news on James Rogers? Same old, just rehabbing it from that second?
He's rehabbing it. I think everything is really good.
He's moving around pretty good, it looks like.
He is. I was shocked he wasn't on crutches, frankly. So I'm glad he's back, and it's, you know, it's going to be one of those things where you and I won't know for a long time if he's going to start practicing on day 1 of camp, but we'll just have to follow it along.
Looking at the tailbacks, so you talked about a guy like Malcolm just spin around a little bit. Now he's going to get his chance.
Yeah.
What do you see out of him?
Oh, I think he's got an excellent quickness, change of direction. Those are, you know, and good speed. I think all 3 of those things are good attributes for him.
When will you be hit in pads?
Well, you know, we have to go in 3 for spring practice, and I think I'm going to just do all 3 of them this week and get them over with. And then, because we practice every other day, so they get good rest in between. And I know last year when we had to come back in and throw a shorts day in there, it was kind of like, okay, you know, really slowed things down tremendously. And once these guys get going in pads, I think the momentum and just getting used to it is better for them. So I think we'll just get all 3 of our shorts days this week.